Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Kaylin, and today I have a standing Pilates routine. This one's going to be a little bit shorter in length, so something that you can easily fit into your day. So we are just going to be using just our mats today. If you have any sort of balance challenges, we are going to be doing just a little bit of single leg work. So you might want to have a tall foam roller if you'd like, or maybe the edge of a chair if you need that little bit of extra assistance, but otherwise it's just your mat today. So we are going to start, I'm going to start by facing the side. You can start facing forward if that is better for you to see me. And I want your legs to be hip distance apart and your hands to be on your thighs. You're in a slightly bent knee position here. And I want your shoulders rolling down and back, your core pulling in. And now I want you to inhale as you arch your back a little bit, look up towards the ceiling, pull your shoulders back down and together, and then exhale, straighten the legs as you round the spine now. So drop your head, lift your belly. And now we inhale through that flat back into that extension. And then exhale, straighten the legs, round the spine, drop the head. Good, and then again, so this is basically like a standing version of cat and cow. So just getting a little mobility in our spine. But we're gonna do more of some stabilizing work with our spine as opposed to mobility today. We'll get a little bit of mobility though. Let's do one more. Inhale. And then exhale to round. Good. Keep that round spine version. And you're going to drop your arms away from your legs. Your head is just hanging. And then you're going to stack your spine all the way back up over your ankles. And then we lift. All right, I'm going to go ahead and face forward. We're going to do some narrow squats here. Narrow meaning just hip distance. So we're going to take those feet right underneath the hips. And I want you to think of keeping your chest lifted, shoulders down and back, and your spine straight. As you start to sit back into your heels, send your arms forward, knees tracking same direction as the toes, and we lift it back up. So we inhale, sink it back. Exhale, use those glutes and lift. Good, inhale back. Exhale, lift. So your eyes, your gaze is forward the whole time. Finding that just nice parallel alignment in both legs, ankles, hips, knees. Good, all the way up. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3. Good, last 2. And last 1, bring it all the way back up. All right, so we're gonna do a little alternating leg lift. And if you'd like to add the arms, we're gonna take a nice soft elbow here so the arms just slightly rounded. And we're gonna transfer our weight onto one leg as we lift the other leg up to a tabletop position. Then you're gonna go ahead and lower it down, switching to the other side. So we're doing this with control so we don't have a lot of leaning, shifting, wobbling. I want you to feel that foot nice and flat, that balance so the hips aren't shifting as we go side to side. Good, lift, good, and down. So this takes a lot of core stability. So even as you're here, that belly is pulling in and up, crown of the head reaching towards the ceiling. Good, lift and lower. Good, 2 more each side. Lift, lower. Oh, lost it just a little bit. Lift and lower. 1 more each side. And maybe you keep the arms on your hips the whole time. Good, and then lower it all the way down. Now, heels come together, toes come apart, and we're going to take the arms now out to a T as we just lift the heels. So your heels, though, will stay glued together the whole time. So I want you to come up onto the toes, arms reach out to the sides, heels stay glued together, and then we lower it back down. And then we do that again. So we should feel as the heels lift, the inner thighs lift, and then we lower it down. And then we continue up the body, inner thighs, into that pelvic floor, into those abdominals, all the way up to through the crown of the head. So you should feel that energy all the way up through the center of the body. Good, and lower. Good, lift. And if you're feeling that your feet are rolling out to the sides, think of putting a little bit more pressure into your big toe and into that big toe joint. So that will help keep the big toes down and not rolling out to the sides of the feet. Let's do 2 more. Lift. Good. Lower. Last one. If you can keep the heels lifted, I want you to do that. Otherwise, bring the heels to the floor. And I want you to hold here. You're going to do small arm circles. Maybe squeeze your glutes here for a little bit more stability. Arms are circling. Try to stay where you are. 2 more times this direction. Good. And then let's reverse it. Good. Probably feeling those calves here. Good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Lower it all the way down. All right. Felt that one for sure. Are we going to face the side now? We're going to do some single leg lunges with a leg lift. So we're going to step towards the front of our mat. We're going to do lunge backs, or a back stepping lunge, better way to say it. All right, so legs are hip distance apart. I want you to bring your weight into that right leg as you start to lift this left leg up to that tabletop position. So we've already been here before. And then we're gonna send it back into a lunge position where we tap the left knee down and then come back up, lift that leg up, place it to the mat. Good, switch other side. So lift that right leg up. Good, bring it back to that lunge position. Tap the knee down, come back up. Lift that right leg up and lower it to the floor. Switch again, left leg lifts. We bring it back, tap it down. Good, lift it back up. And then we lower. Good, lift. Good, bring that leg back to tap. Good, lift, really squeeze that glute of that standing leg, lower it down. Good, lift. Bring it back, tap, lift up, and lower. Good, lift. Bring it back to tap. Good, lift and lower. Nice work. We're gonna do 2 more each side, and then we're gonna hold a single side lunge. Good, lift, back. Oh, lost my balance. Good, bring it back up and lower. 1 more, lift, bring it back. Good, bring it up and lower. Actually, I think we have 1 more on the other side. This is our last set. Bring it back. Good. Use that core lift and bring it down. Okay. Now, I want you to bring that left leg up again. Hold it here. Bring it back into that lunge. Now, I want you to find a straight leg lunge here as opposed to tapping the knee down. So I want you to lengthen that lower back, lift up through your hip flexor. Hold this here. Now you're bending into that right knee. Take the arms out to a T. And I want you to twist towards that right side, and then bring it back to center. Good, do that again. Inhale, twist. Good, exhale, back to center. 2 more. Inhale, pelvis, legs stay nice and steady. Inner thighs are magnetically pulling towards each other. Last one, twist. Good, back to center. And then we bring that left leg all the way back up, and then we step it down. We're gonna do same thing, other side. Weight into that left leg, right leg lifts. And then we step it back into that long leg lunge now. So keep that right leg nice and straight. Left knee at that 90-degree angle. Arms come out to a T. Now we twist other side. Inhale, twist to your left. Exhale, bring it back center. Good, inhale, twist. Exhale, center. 2 more, just that upper body rotating. Exhale, center. Last one, twist. Good, and center. Go ahead and step into that front leg. Bring it all the way up. All right, stay here at the top of your mat. Go ahead and bring chin to chest. Roll it down. Upper body nice and heavy. Legs maybe slightly bent here. Shake your head. Release any tension. And then go ahead and stack it all the way back up. All right, we have more to do. So we're just gonna take a quick break here, grab a sip of water, and I'll meet you right back here for the rest of this standing workout. Next, we have our curtsy lunge. So we're gonna face forward so we can make sure we have that use of the mat on our sides here. And we're gonna alternate. Now we're gonna add a little bit of upper body here. So I want you to find some prayer hands. And even before we start, I want you to press your hands together and then release. And by pressing your hands together, I want you to think of using your chest muscles and even the muscles by your shoulders to press those arms together. And you should feel this work here in that upper body. So that's what we're gonna do every time that we lunge, is find that deeper connection in that upper body. So go ahead and keep those hands into prayer hands, shoulders down. Now I want you to go ahead and step your right foot back behind you. And then as you squat down into that curtsy lunge, you bend both knees, squeeze those hands together, and then bring it back up, and then switch other side. Good, squeeze, lower, and lift. So see if you can bring that back knee down when you come down. Otherwise, just go as far as you can. I want you to keep your hips facing forward as you do that curtsy lunge, and keep that weight into that front leg. So don't lean back into that back leg. Squeeze those hands. Good, bring it back to center. Good, squeeze and release, switch. Good. And release. Good, 2 more sets, and then we're gonna hold it and do some pulses. Good, last set. Good, now come to that first side. I want you to hold it down here. Keep squeezing the hands, but pulse the legs. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, feeling that front glute, 3, 2, 1, step it up, over to the other side. Good, bring it down, squeeze those hands, little pulses, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then bring it all the way up. All right, go ahead and shake out those legs. We're gonna do a wide turned out squat. So we're gonna take those legs into a turned out position, so toes facing away from the body. Now, when you bend the knees, you want the knees in the same direction as the toes. So I want you to go ahead and bend those knees. You can keep your hands on your hips. Maybe you bring them up to the sides, and then you bring it all the way back up. So getting this nice, deep external rotation. Bring it out, lower, and lift. Good. Feel that nice work in those inner thighs. A little work, a little stretch. Good, let's do 6 more. And 5, 4, and 3. Keep that chest lifted, collarbone wide, 2. And last one, hold it here, little pulses, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then bring it all the way up. All right, go ahead and bring those legs back closer together. Now, we're gonna hold a little narrow squat. So I'm gonna face forward. So legs are in that parallel position. I want you to bend the knees, not so low that you're parallel with the floor, a little bit higher. Now really pull your belly in, even if that means opening up that lower back just a little bit more. Keep that connection. Take your arms up to bent elbows. Elbows stay in line with the shoulders. We're gonna open those arms wide, squeeze the shoulders, bring it back together, and then send the arms up to the ceiling. Good, and down. So we open together. Good, lift and down. Good, open, together, up and down. So we're just holding that squat. Good, lift, down. Last one, open, together, up and down. Good, bring it all the way up. Hold your arms here. We're gonna come back down. So hold that squat again, find that core. Now I want you to open the arms. Now extend the arms up towards the ceiling, bend them back down, then close. So we open, extend, bend, and close. Good, open, reach, bend, and close. Good, 2 more, open, reach, feel those quads, and close. Last one, open, extend, bend, close, bring it all the way back up. Now, arms down by your sides, keep them straight. Now you're gonna lift the arms holding into a chair position. So we're gonna sit back into the heels, arms lifted. If they can come up by your ears, great. If you need to sink them, Reach them more forward, that's fine too. Good, holding here. Again, use that core, pull it in, legs should be shaking. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, now as you extend the legs, you round through that spine, drop your head, rounded position. Wow, I don't know if you guys can hear that rain, but the sky's just opened up and it is coming down. All right, so shake that head. Release any of that tension here. Bend one knee and then the other, just to get that stretch in your hamstrings and your outer hips. Good. And last one. Good, go ahead and straighten both legs now. Stack the spine all the way up to standing until the head is the last one to come up. All right. So go ahead and take those arms up to the ceiling. Go ahead and bring that left leg behind your right. Grab onto your left wrist with that right hand and just reach up and over to the side. You can probably see those windows really darkened behind me pretty quickly. Those dark clouds. Go ahead and come up through center over to the other side. Good, reach it up and over. Good, find that yummy side body stretch. One more breath. And then go ahead and bring it back to center. Good, I want you to just roll your shoulders forward, up and back. Good, let's do one more. And then bring it all the way down. All right, you guys are done. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that standing workout. Something you could add on to another routine, or if you just want to take a little break throughout your day, getting up if you do a lot of seated work. So hopefully you enjoyed that. And if you're interested in doing something else today, I'm going to link a couple videos here. So I have a video that I think is going to be perfect for you here, and then my most recent upload is going to be down here. If you are interested in checking out the link in the description below, that is the way you can help to support me and continuing to provide these free YouTube videos to you all. I'm also going to be having a subscription service that's going to be coming out online as well, so you'll get more info in that link in the description too. So go ahead and check that out if you get a chance. And thank you guys all for being here. And I look forward to seeing you back here next time.